Up to 60 kilometres of competitive stage, including a monster 35k stage. It's leg 2 of International Rally Queensland, and still leading our ARC guy, Scott Peter. Remarkable morning, and in some ways I'd say nearly too quick, you could argue.
Yeah, we've had a few little moments, but obviously I grew up on that red clay stuff in Victoria, so I spent a lot of time as a junior learning how to drive on that sort of surface. So you know, that could be the reason why we're a bit ahead of the rivals.
Brendan Reeves still having a strong morning, mate. How's the car held up, particularly in that long one?
Car's done a good job. It was super slippery in there. I went on the medium, but it still didn't feel great. The car wasn't turning in well, so I didn't want to commit too hard. Scott pushed on, did a really good time. We weren't quite there. He got us by a second of K. We're going out to do the stage again, so we've gone on the mediums, but we've changed the setup a little bit, hopefully a bit sharper turn in. And it'll be interesting to see what the road's like, because there's been 50 cars over it now, and we're going to go back out there, so I'm not really sure what to expect.
You know, we've probably been a bit oversprung in the front because I'm lacking a bit of front grip, but at the end of the day, mate, we finished that stage. We weren't that far off the pace. You know, we're still going. That's the biggest thing, eh?
And you're talking about dialling the car in. These are tricky conditions to dial the car in, because you say oversprung, but you may go to another venue where the traction's there and you might be right.
Yeah, true. Very, very true. Dino, like as I said, I'm oversprung in the front for sure, and the back's probably going pretty good. But look, that was trying conditions in there. And for whoever, it didn't matter. It was really tough.
We were sort of a bit of no man's land, but you know, we're a few minutes behind the really fast guys, and we're a few minutes ahead of the rest of them. So happy.
I think a really encouraging building weekend for you, and obviously as your confidence growing, the times have become better. When you're in this position, obviously you're keen to lock the result away, but are you trying anything with the car? You're testing for future events, or you're just trying to get this one home and nail one down? No,
it was a little bit bouncy in the back, and a little bit nervous, you should say, yesterday. And this morning, you know, there's rutted roads and stuff, so I dropped the back 5 mil, put a bit more rebound in it, and it's improved the car. I can drive around the ruts now, and you know, like I said, I'm driving probably 90%, but within myself. And I had a little bit of a push this morning just to sort of see how the car was going against Brendo and those. But and I reckon a couple more events, we'll get there.
But as much as we have withdrawn from the event, the big picture is we're still here running, and the car's going great. And we're moving forward, which is even better. So.
I was reminding some people today about how you got involved in this sport with a winter ride, effectively. You'd never been involved or driven before or rally until Rally Australia back in the day. Would you have thought you'd be this high up in the Australian Rally Championship 4 or 5 years later and developing a race car effectively to fly through the forest in this country?
It's probably nothing that I sat down as a young kid and dreamed of. But in saying that, I'm a big fan of putting in the behind-the-scenes stuff to make sure our notes are right, to make sure the car's right. The style of driving, obviously, with Bernie Webb and Steve Glennie and smooth line notes. It's we're working on a lot of stuff. We do a fair bit of testing and in-car review and all that sort of stuff. So. No, I think is a short answer, but yes, after all my hard work, it's nice to be getting where we are, and hopefully we can just keep progressing.